Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, or good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Now, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, I hope you think that I'm a nice guy, and that my appearance has little relevance to my character.
Why, oh why, do so many people have tattoos?
Yes. Because apparently, if you have tattoos, and especially a tattoo on your face or your neck, then you're stupid. Or at least that's what this guy thinks. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Creaky Weekly. I'm the Creaky Blinder, quite clearly. And today we're going to be having a look at Dr Edward Dickhead.
It's Edward Dutton.
So, what?
You fat, bald pleb.
Oh, alright. Dr Edward Dutton. Sorry.
Hello. So I finally did it. I finally went into Camberley and got a tattoo.
Yeah, this guy's a doctor. Now, there's not many things in this world that wind me up, but judgmental toffs like this complete bell end really.
My wife said I wouldn't dare. My wife said, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to cope with the pain. But I said, no, I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to have a tattoo. I've always wanted to have one.
Now, you're going to have to excuse me if the cuts from Dr. Dickhead into me aren't as smooth as the cuts usually are in my video. But this guy is talking at 150 mile an hour as if he's completely off his face on speed. Now, he clearly hasn't had any real tattoos. He's had some person to draw all over his face and make him look as stupid as he sounds. And do I detect a certain amount of sarcasm in his voice? Well, the sarcasm on this channel is done by one person and one person only.
I'm finally now's the time. So I went into Camberley and I went in there originally with thinking of just getting one tattoo, but I ended up getting 4, and I'm very, very, very pleased with them. This one is a shamrock, and it's because my great-grandmother was Irish, and I've always kind of identified with the Irish. I always find them, they're unpretentious, and they're honest, and they're fun like me. I'm quite fun.
Is anyone else as aggravated by this guy as me? And we're only a couple of minutes into the video.
And also, my great-grandmother was Irish. She was from County Meath. So it's kind of part of my blood. It's kind of part of who I am. I always feel that there's Irishness in my veins at the end of the day. And so that's why I wanted to make, to identify myself as Irish and to make it clear that I am Irish. And so therefore, I'm a bit Irish. So I decided to have a shamrock tattooed on my face.
Now, clearly, what he's doing here is mocking people like me, and like you, if you have tattoos, for the reasons they get those tattoos. And from experience, I found that it's always idiots like this who don't know the sometimes emotional meaning behind a tattoo mock them.
But then I thought, well, while I'm here, I may as well carry on. So I've got two children, and so of course I love them, and they're a big part of who I am. Our family are very close. We're a very close family, very close-knit family, and so I decided that I wanted to express my love for them and how important they are to my life and to me on my face.
Yeah, and I've got something I'd like to put on your face. Again, all he's doing is mocking the reasons that people get tattoos. Now, based on him, I guess his kids are called Jemima and Harold because he's a toff. And can anyone say judgmental?
Why, oh why? Oh, by the way, hello in normal persona.
You were acting, my humble apologies. But to be honest, you sound just as annoying, even in your normal persona. But do go on, Doctor.
Why, oh why, do so many people have tattoos? Where has this come from? In the 1980s, when I was a boy, very few people had tattoos. It was basically sort of working class stroke underclass people, they might occasionally, and it was only occasionally, have tattoos.
Working class I'd be proud to accept, because I am working class and I work hard. Underclass, well, I suppose if you're a spoilt, public school, silver spoon in your mouth toff like you, then I suppose everybody's going to be underclass. To you, and your twisted view of reality. Oh, by the way, Doctor, how much is a loaf of bread these days? I bet you got no idea.
And so there was something quite useful about them, because at that time, if somebody had a tattoo, it was quite clear, look, you probably better stay away from them unless you want your face kicked in.
Perfect. Let's throw a little bit of stereotyping in there to go along with how judgmental you are, you sanctimonious.
I mean, that was tattoos, or it was quite clear that the woman, if she had a tattoo at that time, was a woman basically of loose morals. I was at school with a girl, she was from a single-parent family, and her mother had a tattoo of true love and her name, and then true love and her brother's name on. So, and she was an absolute tart.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. So because she had a tattoo, she was an absolute tart.
You have all of these people, these pop singers and whatever, that have tattoos. Justin Bieber, Rihanna has loads of tattoos. Ed Sheeran can hardly be regarded as from a sort of working class background. You know, he's quite a middle class, respectable kind of a guy.
What? Ed Sheeran's got tattoos? I had never noticed, I swear. Ed Sheeran can't be considered working class. So, what, only working class or underclass people can get tattooed? Have you actually watched this video back and listened to yourself? Anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm making this video. So am I at this stage, because it's just really winding me up. But I came across this particular person, it must be 7 or 8 months ago, and I've sat on this video for a long time, but I get asked a lot in my live streams about my tattoos and how I feel about tattoos in general, so I thought I'd make a video to clarify my thoughts on tattoos and why people get them. And just to sum it up, it's basically the exact opposite of everything this complete spanner is saying.
What is it about people? Why do people have tattoos? This was something that one of my chatters and one of my commenters on YouTube asked me about, and it got me thinking, why is it that people have tattoos?
Well, clearly it's because they look absolutely awesome. And it's a perfect way to express yourself. And why would somebody not have a tattoo? Now, if you don't like tattoos and you've chosen not to have one, that's absolutely fine. But I love tattoos. I enjoy being tattooed. I enjoy the process of having the tattoo applied. So who's this knobhead to tell me what's right or wrong about having a tattoo? The same as I've got no right to tell anybody they are wrong for not having a tattoo. So I'm really interested to see his thoughts on why people get tattooed, because you can bet your ball bag it's going to be completely inaccurate.
And I actually look at this in my book, How to Judge People by What They Look Like.
Pardon? Your book? How to Judge People by What They Look Like? Why am I not surprised? Judging somebody by the way they look is the absolute last way you should judge somebody. And in fact, you shouldn't judge anybody, full stop. Actually, if you'd allow me to make a small correction there, you shouldn't judge anybody, full stop, apart from flat earthers. You can judge those as much as you like, because let's be honest, they're all just idiots.
And so I want to explore this now, the data on what you can tell about somebody from what they look like in terms of having tattoos. Now, there was a study by Tate and Shelton, and they found that there was a clear dimension to people that have tattoos. People that have tattoos have a need for uniqueness. It's a very specific trait. They have a need to be unique. It's an aspect of openness. This is one of the big 5 personality traits. They have a need to be unique, a need to be different, a need basically to not conform.
I have absolutely no idea why this guy is speaking so fast, but I find it very difficult to understand when he's absolutely doing my nothing.
Being unique, yeah, I'm all for that. I love the fact that I stand out in a crowd. My bald head, my tattoos, my nose piercing. It's what I like, it's what I enjoy. Why shouldn't I want to be different from everyone else? Who wants to just blend into the crowd and be a nobody?
Nobody.
But to say that a person who is tattooed does so to be a non-conformist is an absolute load of old shite.
Secondly, it was found that they were lower. These are only small effect sizes, but people's tattoos are lower in agreeableness. Now, agreeableness is a matter of, it's basically reducible to altruism. So people who have tattoos are lower in altruism. They are less nice, they are less kind than people who, on average, who don't have tattoos.
I'm nice. Ask Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital how nice I was when I handed over nearly £4,000 for getting this tattoo done under sponsorship as a token of thanks for everything they did for my son. Ask them how nice I am. Whew, this is getting really stressful. Now, the problem I've got with this guy isn't the fact that he's saying people with tattoos are not nice, because I'm sure there are people who've got lots of tattoos that are complete dickheads. But equally, there are many, many people without tattoos that are also complete and utter dickheads. So I think what really bothers me about this is the level of generalization. If you have a tattoo, you're a bad person, you're the underclass, you're uneducated, you're not nice. So, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Does having tattoos make you a bad person who isn't conscientious and isn't nice? Or do you think that this doctor is completely misinformed and probably doesn't know any people with tattoos? He's never probably actually spoken to a person like me or like you if you were tattooed. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. As always, my Patreons will be listed down in the video description, and I will see you all next time. Take care, guys. Bye bye.